Oh, might not have to wait for Thursday to be interesting. Hello, Mr. Keshe. How are you tonight, or this morning, or wherever you happen to be?
Hey, Rick. I just came to eavesdrop.
Pretty hard. You have to change your name when you do that.
We tried it, but they say once you speak, then they know the name every time you appear.
Mm.
The only thing I think I would have come with the name of Susie or Janet.
Yeah, that could work.
Dean, Mr. Keshe, Dean told us there was some uncontrollable laughter coming out of the enhancement unit earlier today, and Dean seemed to be quite full of energy himself. I know he's getting some sort of after effect, but he said there was just such happiness upon going through the system. I don't know if you were there. I know you said you were traveling, but
I'm there.
I
always watch.
Sounded like a very enjoyable time.
I think we'll have the interesting part tomorrow. And we'll see what happens, what we're going to show and what it is. And hopefully it's created a lot of confusion in the knowledge seekers what we showed last week. So we have to clarify that one. And we do it differently tomorrow. Tomorrow we will work all together at the same time. And then we'll see what happens.
What you mentioned in the clip we just heard about installing those units when the new construction is made, and you mentioned a small gas turbine. What's your thought on that it would recharge something?
No, we wait for the surprise tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a structure. No, we have a full structure, sustainable structure for life. We got to work it out, and we can do it. Have any of you bought a ticket for a mobile transportation?
Yes, I have.
Do you have an Apple phone with a good headphone?
No, I have a Samsung phone and no headphone. I'm shopping a little bit for headphones. Actually, I went to a pawn shop, but they didn't want to come down on the price of one of these noise canceling headphones that a used one actually. They're quite expensive, brand new. So I was looking for something, but I was going to go to Amazon and perhaps order the Philips over the ear, but I don't have an Apple phone. Is that a requirement?
No, it's something we know is with Apple. We can trust, we can reach what we want. Does anybody who's signed up for a mobile communication with the Apple phone? Silence.
Yes, me.
Who's that you?
Stephanie Winter.
Hi, Stephanie.
That's a crazy girl. Yes,
Okay.
I ordered 5 flight units with mobile because I couldn't come to Linz, and I have an Apple iPhone X.
Okay. We might call you next week. We might not call you next week, just to get how the system completed.
Okay.
And we would like to test the first mobile transmutation.
Okay.
So we don't make any, I know you're not very far, you're down the road in Germany in a way. So if we are ready, I'll
Yes.
call you, and or somebody from the team will call you to see how we can go for the first test next week or two.
Okay.
You're 2 months ahead of what we promised, but you're ready to do it.
Sorry. Last
Yep.
sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, what kind of number is it? Because I normally go not to my mobile phone. Is it an Austrian number, or is it?
We'll see how we contact you.
Okay.
We'll see how we can fix the system that we can contact. It'll be a lot of maybe 5 or 10 hours of being online to test first things before we do anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you very much. We try to do the transmutation by October, November, but the systems are ready, we can test. So we can do pre-testing like we done before. And we'll see how it comes out.
Transportation, or is it the?
It's transmutation, not the transportation. We don't transport. We are not a cargo company.
Okay, not to Linz and then to the moon.
No, I don't know yet. Just one step at a time.
Okay. I'm a guinea pig. Yes.
Let's see what we can do.
Okay. See you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please send your number on the, what do you call it, on a private chat to me now, but we can contact you.
Yes.
Could you go to the chat on a private chat? Send me your number, please.
Yes, I will.
Mr. Keshe, should I be swapping out my telephone?
No, it's just how we trust Apple has delivered things to us. I'm waiting for your number.
Yes, but
You go to the chat, choose who you want to send it to. Private, nobody sees it. I just see it.
Yeah, I know, but it's just host and the participants. It's not a name here.
Okay, I'll probably have to bring her in as a panelist in order to have
Yes.
direct communication. So let's do that.
Thank you.
Will the European Union, when they see the professional presentation targeted towards the governments, are they going to be sort of directed to put this tiny nation in the penalty box, or to?
We don't know. Don't forget that all must be penalty, otherwise they won't keep these people in position.
Sorry, something went wrong here. I couldn't find you, but I sent you my number in the normal chat.
You can't do that. Don't put your number out.
Okay, then.
Okay, I'll get someone to get in touch with you.
Okay, Mario.
Yeah, I'll get Mario to get in touch with you, and I'll get your number from Mario.
Right, because
no problem.
I'm friend with him. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay.
We posed the question earlier, Mr. Keshe, if the European Union wouldn't be accepting of the technology. I mentioned the African Union would probably overwhelmingly be accepting of the technology. Would that be an alternative?
Have you ever lived in Africa?
No.
You pay them to listen. Forget about it.
Okay. And we also mentioned, which you had talked about months and months ago, and I did ask you about the cup of heat. And would this be something, I know you said that if they were going to use food to create mayhem, you would release a feeding device. And I know I asked you about the cup of heat, which we just said earlier would take people through the winter, through the cold weather, and then by spring or during the winter, they'd be demanding the rest of the technology to be implemented. Would this be something you had in your back pocket, front pocket?
There's a lot of things in our pocket. So we gotta wait and see. The whole process is to do step at a time. We had today, Russian have cut another pipe, what do you call it, gas pipes to half capacity to Germany. And there is no need for it apparently. So there's going to be a need for something soon.
So the idea of I think they said they had, I was reading where they have the 9 huge gas pumps or turbines and maybe they were saying another 4 of them need maintenance, as well as the one that just got back to Canada, if it even arrived yet. I'm not sure about that. But to pressurize the gas lines, is this just another way to keep your foot on the brake by saying the other turbines need maintenance as well? I don't know.
Have you ever seen gas pipelines or oil pipelines, international pipelines?
No. The huge, no.
They're huge things, and they need huge pumping station. The fuel has to be heated up at certain stages, especially with the oil. Otherwise, it's like a tar. And these compression turbines are needed, but it's a usual maintenance sometimes. But this time is not maintenance, is the act of what they want to do with it.
Mr. Keshe, it's Dean here. Can I quickly interject and ask a question?
Yeah, you're 10 meters away from me. Oh.
I know. So, Mr. Keshe, you mentioned something about this transportation with the phones, the mobile system. So we're talking on a phone right now. The fact that we can see each other is a different story. However, most times when you're on a phone, you can be the other side of the planet. So when people communicate with the phone, will it be like now they get a picture or they get a voice? Will it be the physicality, the energy of the human will transmute to that position?
Don't know yet. We just gotta wait and see. I mean, I know what's gonna happen, but we gotta wait and see.
Okay. So if that is a possibility, then the energy transfer and everything that we've spoken about with the oil and gas and everything, people could go to a position where they could warm themselves and come back fairly quickly. So, and then as you said many times, you have to dress appropriately for the location that you arrive in. So it opens up many possibilities.
Yep. Yeah. God knows. Are you on the Apple phone?
No, I'm not, Mr. Keshe. No. No, I don't have an Apple.
You got a headphone?
I have one,
No.
yeah. I need to find my headphone now. So, Rick, we're obviously we're present in the exhibition hall, and tomorrow is, as you know, we've spoken about many times, very important presentation tomorrow that I know we're all eagerly awaiting, and to spread this.
Take the shortcut and go and hug him.
Jalal. Beautiful, Jalal. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now, Jalal. So, what would you like me to portray?
Go and hug him for me.
He's coming to the right. We're going to get some feedback now.
We've got people on the test flights. We have to translate. How many of you have a headphone with a Apple? How many of you at the moment have an Apple with a headphone?
Me, and I can send some. I have old iPhones, they work, I think. If you want, I can send them to others.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No problem. Somebody will come down to translate. Okay, how many of you have a headphone at all with your mobile phones you're listening? If you're on the mobile phone. Jalal, are you on the mobile phone?
Hello, Mr. Keshe. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
This is Jacko. I have.
Okay. Put your headphone on. And I'm going to see what, and everybody else to keep absolute silence. Any of you have a headphone on your mobile?
Yes, I have. Hello.
It has to be a mobile. What I want you to do, just don't consider I go silent. Just leave your mobile inside the way it is. Yeah? There'll be no communication, no talking. And then I ask you some questions. But I have to set it up that it can be done. Just give me a second.
Mr. Keshe, what do you mean a headphone with your phone? Like a normal headphone or I don't
Yeah,
understand.
telephone, mobile headphone. It has to be a headphone that you put it on.
I have, Mr. Keshe.
The wireless, the white one, the little one you put in your ear, that ones.
Don't use the wireless one, you lose everything with it. Just a normal.
Yeah, I got normal headphone,
But they have an Apple or any other phone.
I got Apple.
Okay, put it on and shush. It's very hard to get to shush, but God knows. One day we'll achieve that, Stefania.
This is what my boyfriend said.
I know, I've seen him. Okay, wait 1 second. Any of you? Is he there?
Yes, but unfortunately, I'm also wireless.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the phone in a specific position, and I don't want any of you to say anything, maybe for 5-10 minutes. Just absolute silent from all of you. Okay, so people with a headphone, absolute silence. We don't need anyone. Silent all the microphone except mine. And we'll leave it there. Just listen. Okay.
Rick, you got that?
To mute all the microphones,
Except
would you
mine.
like?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Let's see if any of you, like Rick, has a main, what do you call it, a laptop you're listening to, put a headphone on. But it has to be, if the headphone is not Apple phone, are tuned to go stereo. Others, we don't know, because we know Apple. So if you have any headphone connected to the system you have, put it on and everybody silent for 10 minutes. And then maybe we do something else. We do a live test. In a way, you're with me in Linz in one of the flight systems. And I want to learn something, but I don't tell you what. Okay? Put your headphones on. Don't move. Sit and listen and see what comes up.
Mr. Keshe, one second.
Just
Stefania.
My headphone is not Apple. My headphone is not
Doesn't
Apple.
matter.
My phone is Apple. Okay, good.
Whatever headphone you have,
Okay.
put it on, then we'll find out. Okay? No noise for next 10 minutes, please. Yep, we go. what I would like you all to do who are listening on the headphone or a stereo system, maybe you're listening without the stereo system, is to go somewhere. To go to, you don't fly, go to the moon. Go to Rome, go to Paris, go to Kathmandu. Go and visit grandpa or mom. Try to reach someone you have a connection with, and let's see where you go. Again, no talking, just listen to yourself. I want you to, especially it works with the people who they understand it. I want you to travel beyond or see if you can. And try to remember the emotion you had up to now and the emotion from now that you received an instruction what to do. Jalal, I want you to go to Baghdad or go back to Kuwait. The lady in Germany, I would like to see if you can come to Linz and feel as you are, and then we'll talk later. I'll leave it for 10, 15, 20 minutes and we go back again. Okay, those of you who had a headphone on, take your headphones off and just sit back. We are still in the flight room. We haven't changed position, so it's the same with all of you. I'm going to ask a question because then it gives us some understanding. This, don't forget, it's for us to learn. We are just a guinea pig. Jeff, did you feel anything?
Yes.
Okay. You've been through the system in Lens, yeah?
Yes.
What did you feel? Can you explain?
Well, good morning, Mr. Keshe, first of all. It's an honor.
Morning.
And to everyone. Oh, the feeling that I had right now was just amazing because I put on my headphone, and it is, this headphone already have some gains around it that I have made months ago, as you taught in one of your teachings. And I connected to via Bluetooth to the system. And at the beginning, I used it when you make audiometry test, just to check how is the hearing. And they use a very low tones in the low bass and high pitch sound. So I started to listen that very, very, very low frequency that we normally cannot hear with the ear. But I listened the pitch, a high-pitched tone inside my brain. And every time it comes like a wave. And every time
Okay.
stop it. Okay, that's just
Okay.
what happened.
Can I ask Stefania? Stefania, you've been physically in the system. Can you tell us how you feel?
Yeah, it was quite I feel like numb, like so the first of all, when we connect, definitely like it was in the system, exactly like if I was back in Linz. So I felt exactly the same, like energy spiral from the foot going up. This was the first things, and remind me when I was into the first system and when I was also into the first chair, similar sensation of both. Then I start to feel this expansion, like this vacuum, or I don't know how to call him, separation. I don't know how to say it, but this expansion from inside to outside, like if I was pulled from in to out. And that one again, it reminded me the system number 2 and the system number 1, because I start to have this also this sensation of I don't know how to call him joy, but my cheeks start to lift as I had no feelings of weight. I was not like if the weights went. And I don't know if because I'm in a place where there is light next to me, sunlight. I don't know if it was a constant, I don't know.
No.
I could see this light in front of me, but I don't know if it was the light coming from within, and I couldn't move. Like I don't know if I say paralyzed, but these feelings of
Okay.
expansion.
Did you, when I asked you to go anywhere, did you go anywhere?
Okay, first things I thought my dad, but unfortunately I had a dog barking, and when you ask me, they went to me and tried to push me because they want to go out. So I just start to see like if I start to imagine him writing me up, because my dad was a poet, so I started him to he was reading me a poet, but I didn't see him. I just maybe at the beginning of the feelings, but I didn't see him. So in that moment, there was a lot of distraction. So I was trying to go back into, into that moment. But straight away, I thought when you said going to see your grandpa, I thought my dad. Oh, and I thought maybe my mom first, but straight away I went back to my dad because I started to feel like tears in my eyes. And that's it, but I didn't see him physically. I just felt like we were interaction where he was reading me a poet that he wrote. That's all. But what I want to say is I didn't have any headache when I was in the system. First time I remember I had this presence of headache.
Okay.
This time, no.
Just thank you.
I felt something was and go nowhere. Yeah.
Okay. Jalal, what did you feel?
Hello, Mr. Keshe. As if you put me in a mixture, but it's not very fast, it's very slow. And when you said go to Kuwait or Baghdad and France and all of these places I went, but all of them, as a compressed
Emotions or actually being there?
One time it was emotions, but one time, one second, I am more what you call it, from one point to one point in split of second. I want to I remember everything. But the funny thing, before I was remembering places and structures and figures, but now I see a clear shape. When you look for someone, you remember, but before you don't remember his eyes, his nose,
You just remember the emotion.
Yeah, but
this time you see
this time it's more a little bit clear.
Did you talk to anyone? Did you touch anyone?
No. And in my mind, I want to ask a lot of questions, especially for my family. And I was near to ask, but no, I want to have everything in the same time. So everything
You're in a hurry to do everything in the short time.
Yeah. Not hurry. Hurry is very slow from in this time.
Okay, what I want to ask you is, did you at any moment felt that you had an energy around you, or did you have a field around you?
I have
can actually be.
Yeah, I have in the right side of my head. I felt very huge energy from this side. It was noticeable. You can notice it.
Did you feel any weightlessness, any light, or did you feel a field around you?
Before you speak, before you ended just now,
yeah.
Yes, I have this like you are in like you are in the ship sailing, with like waves.
Yeah.
Just before you speak in, let's say, in 15 seconds or 20 seconds.
Rick, you listen to the headphone through your laptop or your computer. What did you feel?
Well, I got really almost groggy. I couldn't think, and it was almost like I needed to fall asleep, but it wasn't. It felt like I was
falling asleep in a way.
Yeah, but more like
in a trance.
Yeah, like in a trance, and supported in a medium like molasses, like something around me that was just thick, and it wasn't a place where I could think, and I was finding my legs twitching, like I wanted to go somewhere but couldn't. And it was a numbness at the same time as twitchy feet. So I'm not sure what that meant.
Does any of you had this feeling of sleepiness, or being in a sleep, or in a what do you call weightlessness, or trying to go to too tired? You feel that? Any of you had such a feeling?
Yes, I definitely had these feelings of weightless.
Okay.
Like in a bubble.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
That's definitely what I felt. When I look back on that feeling, it was like being in the womb. It was like being in a
bubble.
Medium, inside a bubble, or some sort of fluid that was thicker than air, let's say. But it wasn't water. It didn't feel like I was drowning. I was just supported in this fluid.
What about our German lady?
You mean me?
Yep.
German lady. Yeah, I fall from my chair. I was something like sleeping, but not really sleeping. I was, yeah, waking up in this morning, in this moment when I fall asleep, and there's sometimes, and I fall from my chair.
And you fell off your chair?
Yes.
Did you go anywhere?
You mean in my dream or in my?
Well, yeah, in your thoughts or in the thing. Did you see anyone?
Oh,
I
don't
go
know.
anywhere.
I was so shocked because.
Or falling off the chair.
Yeah, sometimes, and the last time I really felt, and before every moment, I every 10 minutes I fall like asleep, and then I was shocked, and I didn't know if I had any dreams or intentions, because it's always this shocking feeling.
Any of you had any feeling with any fields or energy around you, with your head, with your what we call your emotion, that you felt you're in a bubble?
Yes.
Any of you who had a bubble? Yes, could you explain, please?
Well, I just saw my mother. She died in 2012, and we had a little conversation. It was a real warm and lovely feeling. But I saw it in my imagination, not physically.
Yes, that's the whole thing. Now, it's not imagination, is the need of the physicality, which is transferred to the soul. And the soul goes, what you wanted. You wanted to see your mom, most probably, or communicate with her. Must be a wish. Now, you don't need to go to sleep that one day I might remember or I might see mom. Just remember today and see if you go to sleep tonight or tomorrow, till next week, when you come back to a Rick's session, you decide, I want to see mom and I want to take her out for a cafe, for go travel somewhere, or just to talk to her, and see how you can preempt the meeting. Which means physically you decide, I want to have that touch, that warmth, that cuddle, that kiss. of the mother, I don't need to wait with the memories of what I had. Now I can go tonight and meet mom. I don't need to go to sleep to meet mom. You understand?
I understand.
So it's not a dream anymore. This shows the extension of the soul. Now we learn to live both sides. And this is the process. Did
Thank you
you
so much.
touch her? Did you feel her? Which way was it?
Yes, I felt her.
You felt so. It's a soul touch. It's not a physical touch.
Yes.
And how does it feel?
Very lovely and very warm. Like I was a little child. A
Did
lot
you
of
smell
memory.
her? Did you smell her? Or was it just an emotion?
No, I smelled her. Yes,
You,
I smelled
you could feel the smell. So it shows the soul and the physicality. The smelling is the attribute of the physicality and the soul, but soul smells different way. Our body compares it to a smell we know. Was it the same smell as you remembered?
Yes, exactly.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, I told her that she doesn't have to die on cancer because now we have the possibilities to cure her. And she said she couldn't believe it, but I said to her, I will come back soon and I will show you that it's possible. So that you don't have to believe the doctors which are not able to cure you, just to treat you as a client.
Anything else you want to add?
Well, it was so overwhelming. Right now, I guess I just said what happened, and I'm feeling very warm right now of this experience.
Did you go anywhere else? Did you see anybody else?
No, just my mother.
Anybody else would like to share with us?
Can I say something, Mr. Keshe?
Yeah.
There is a memory with me, a picture of my father and my mother laying together. And for always, it was earlier of my childhood. Today, I saw this picture again, but before I born. You know the information
Mm-hmm.
that was the first day of the manifestation. The view, the feelings, even I can say even the weather.
So you lived in the real time space.
It's amazing from the same angle, from the same, from the same picture. Again, it's pop up just like this.
But were they talking, or is it just a picture?
Actually, they are moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stop picture. It is.
It's a
like,
living thing. So
yeah,
the
it's a living.
So the two souls still interact. Were they aware of your presence? Did you talk to them, or were you just observer?
No. Mr. Keshe, I told you, you put me in a lecture for everything. But this one, it make me thinking why this picture came out. It's always there in my memory.
But now it's not a picture, now it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Interesting.
Yes, it's a moving one. And maybe I can even dictate the time and the date.
Okay. Did anybody else had any other experience?
When Stefania was talking about the grandfather and her father experience, I almost said that's exactly what I felt. Because when you mentioned grandfather, I was trying to visualize or see what was coming up for grandfather, but it kept coming back to father for me. And then I got an image of my father. And that was slightly before the time when I was getting the drowsiness and other effects that I was talking about earlier. We do have a hand up here. Let me get my glasses so I can read the name. Istvan, I believe. Maybe they would like to say something.
Esther
Maybe
and Tess.
would you like to go ahead, Istvan?
Did anybody else experience anything? Did any of you experience a field or your expansion of the energy around your head? This is what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Yes. When you said to go to the moon, I went right to the moon and I kicked some dust with one of my feet, even though I was sitting here in the chair. And I said, I don't want to go to the moon. Then I went to see my sister, who's in an institution, and I saw like a child laying on the bed. And then you said, try to come to Linz. And I said, I should go to Linz because I paid for it. So I need to practice this. And I had my eyes closed and I was feeling a flow of energy from the top of my head down to about my ear, maybe 3 different times. Well, it just happened a few seconds ago too. Almost like when you get the chicken skin and your hair stands up, that sort of flow. And I said, oh, maybe this is the soul expanding.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And then I said that before that, I said, well, if I'm going to Linz, I better put my shirt on because I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. So if I appear there and I'm in bare feet, but I said, that's okay. I said, it would please Mr. Keshe and Dean that I appear there. So I saw myself walking through the door, walking around the top of the exhibition. And then I'm thinking, oh, you're just remembering that from the pictures you saw of Linz and the exhibition center. And then I took the escalator downstairs, but I didn't see you and I didn't see Dean. So
Dean is hiding and I'm hiding.
Say what?
We are both hiding.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I said, you know what? I'm going to pick a leaf off of those trees that separate the flight room from where the couch is. And I picked the leaf and I put it on the table. But then I looked on the table and I said, there's no leaf there. And I said, oh, you brought it back with the energy. That's why there's no real leaf there. But several times I felt this from the crown of my head to only on the left side, down to about my ear, a flow. And I said, okay, come on, soul, expand. And that was my experience. But I did find the headphones and I paired it up with the phone and I had them on at the time. So again, the wireless headphone level U Samsung, and I connected to the Samsung phone. It still had power in it, but I had it charged up for a few minutes. I added some power to it, but definitely that tingling, that's it, like a tingling. coming from the crown top of your head, but it only happened on the left side. It didn't happen on the right side.
Okay, that's perfect. Anybody else?
I had the expansion in my head, like you know, when we said the third eye, this whatever, you know, in the middle, what we call fourth eyes. This is what I felt, and like expansion there, but also something really strange. Like I felt like I was being, I don't know, kind of vacuum, where like something was, I was being part of the whole environment. And that in the teeth, I felt everything was more space between the cell, like everything start to expand. And Mr. Keshe, what I make me remember something I never told you that happened in the system. I start to have this breathing, like not like my breathing change, like you know, when you, I don't know, I can't repeat now, but it's like a deep breath you're taking in.
Yeah.
When I was in Linz, I had this very often at the very, very beginning. And now I had not so many like I had in Linz, but I had them as well. And I start to remember them.
Okay, okay. Just let me ask, Wallace, did you feel anything? Or did you have the headphones to try?
Sorry, just me?
No, it's coming on just. We can't hear you. Are you trying to speak? Hello?
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you. Let me
Pardon?
put the... Okay, now I hear you.
Did you have any headphone? Did you try to go through the experience?
Yes, I have the headphone. I passed into the experience. I read it in the chat. I don't want to disturb, but if you ask, yes. Tingling like a ant in the left side of the, let's say, ear. I scratched the nose. I look my watch for its monetization of my, let's say, heartbeat. It's dropping like when it's I wake up in the morning, more of 15. Earth, I feel first I want to go to see my dad, but it's cut away. And I stop and I go to see my mom. It's 16, more kilometer, 1 hour to car from here. And I will ask if he feels something because I touched to the arm and I hugging properly. My mom, I thought to my mom, I see, let's say, when I come in my house. And I will ask what she feels because I have a strength bond with my mom, emotional and physical, let's say. Regarding the expansion of the soul, it's like an exercise when you are not more relaxing and in the same thing concentrate. It's like time is expanding. You, like Jalal say, you make everything hurry, but in the same time, it's frozen time. Other things I don't remember quite well right now.
Did you feel you're in a bubble energy?
Always I feel this. Like
No, I know.
Ball.
Yeah, I mean,
like
when we started the process, did you feel like that?
No, first I try to hear something with the physical ears, I not hear anything, and I say, okay, I relax. I go in my interior mind in myself, and I will relax. I feel, oh, I should say, see, when you have the herbs, or how to say, ground, when it's hitting the road, when you see the fields. I see, I look in my hand and I see it expanding, let's say, the aura of my hand. And I leave it this, I not continue to see how it's expanding, for what reason. It's only constant effects, let's say. I try to register many things in, because I not recognize this expectation, what it's the expectation, and I say, okay, there you go, and I feel expansion of my field, let's say. It's like because I put one question and I not understand, and I'm thinking in that moment when you grab have the ball inside, actually it's outside, it's expanding. It's only the fields, not in the physical shape of guns or ball. This is my thought in that moment.
That's beautiful. Can I ask Ms. Van Bolen? Can you hear me? Thank you very much. Trying to see Francine Van Bolen. Can you hear me? Rick, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Keshe. She has talking permitted, so she'll have to open her microphone.
Can you let everybody talk, to permit to talk? Open all the channels that people don't need permission. Let them come in if they want to speak.
They should be able, all the people here, there's a couple that I'll allow to talk, and everyone should be able to speak here.
Yeah. If you allow everybody to speak, yeah.
May I?
Okay. Yes, Jacob.
It was for me the same as when I was in Linz. I felt what I call Magrav condition pressure in my head. And after a few seconds, it started like a high frequency noise in the backside of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you asked for the traveling, I felt a very strong energy in my hands. They become hot. And I decided to visit Stephanie in Munich. And in that moment, you told that she has to go to Linz. So I was asking myself, can I split? Can I be on both positions at the same time? Then I was guided to Linz. I wanted to sit on the second system chair, but I felt that it is occupied. It is not possible. So I went to the back side of the system. I don't know if it's still there, but the table was there when I was inside, and I played with the bolt on the table. Then I went to the middle because I felt the connection somehow is interacting with me. I opened my arms, my hands, and I felt connecting the systems like I was inside on the way back from the chairs. So that was my experience.
Did you still feel the same energy around you?
Yes, definitely. The lightness, the energy, it was exactly the same. And yeah, I feel that I need more to open up more. Somehow I have problems with if you have a time limit, it's in your head, and somehow that is blocking. I think in future, when we can make this connection through the systems, through the Magravs or the stackers, should be possible to make that easier or better. And
Okay.
what I also felt is when I'm driving my car with the Markgraf, it feels like it is short before repositioning. It's difficult to explain. Somehow I know that it functions. I know how to do it, to package the envelope, but still there's something that is blocking it.
Okay. I want to ask Francina Molen, can she speak?
Sometimes she has no microphone to use.
Microphone. Okay. Anybody else would like to add?
Hello, Mr. Keshe, this is Boris. I also joined the experience. I felt this Markgraf field you talked about before when we started. And unfortunately, I'm not able to re-establish it again. Now it starts. Now I can remember. I felt very comfortable. It was very bright in a very nice and comfortable way, and I felt very well. Before we got instructions from you where to go, I had always the feeling of traveling very fast in space, and the very interesting thing was when I opened my eyes, I had an appearance of, it felt like you. When I closed my eyes, I had this experience of traveling already. Was in Linz, I know it from my visits. I know how the Space Center in Linz feels. I also felt the appearance of some of our friends and knowledge seekers that should be there at the moment. 3 of them at least I could identify. I was on other places. I tried to figure out where am I at the moment. And then what I felt is could be Arizona, could be Tehran. So it was very interesting to travel in such a, it was within a glimpse of an eye. It was really interesting. But the very, sorry?
Just listening.
The really amazing part comes when you said go traveling. I went to the moon, like Mark told us already, stamped with both feet into the dust of the grayish dust on the moon. It was a very, very touchable feeling. It was very real for my physical body also. That was very interesting. But then I went to visit my mother. I lost my mother very early age. I was 5. And there was so much joy when we met. Yeah, this was such a good emotion. And I have tell a little bit. I have nearly no information about my mother, about their relatives. Everything was, the family was shattered in World War II. She was born in Berlin. She came to Carinthia. No tracks really of her relatives because my grandmother and the grandfather were divorced 1938. So I have really I didn't even know if I have any relatives from this side of my family. And the really crazy thing was when I visited my mother and we had this really, really nice talk and staying together. I had a phone call 2 weeks ago. A guy who does professional is looking for missed members of a family gave me a short call 2 weeks ago that a woman in America is looking for relatives of my mother that died. And I had a phone call now with this guy when we had this journey. And within 10 minutes, this guy told me so many things about my family, about members I didn't even know that exist. This was really amazing.
Did this happen just now?
Just now. It was, I would say it was within the journey when you said travel. and there was this phone call, you see. So it was really a tangible
physical
phone call. Really, I had on the cell phone where I did the journey. I had this call physically in exchanging the information. So this was somehow amazing, and
it's not amazing. It's what we got to what we call state of the soul. We heard the same thing this week from an Italian lady. She was here yesterday and this morning. That she had a conflict with her brother for 20 years. And out of nowhere, after going from Linz, she actually established a contact. And there is no talk of 20 years of not talking to each other. She said, yeah, correct, Stefania. She said they went for a dinner when we had a conference call with the Italians that day. So nothing is coincidental anymore once you establish the expansion of the soul.
Yeah, this is what I felt. This was perfect timing, and this what had to be already. So somehow I feel very happy now, and I get the contact data of my relatives in America. So we will have a meeting soon.
Enjoy it.
I will enjoy it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Keshe.
Anybody else?
All the microphones have ability to talk, so if anyone wishes to speak, you should be able to open your microphone.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Mr. Keshe.
Did you go through the experience where you here?
I wasn't. I came when you were in, but I think that even without being with you,
okay. I would like to stop you. I would like to stop you because we want to go through. There's a reason for this. It's not just a chat. I want to go through the people who actually went through the experience from the beginning.
Yes.
Mr. Because listen to other people, no? So I didn't see my dad physically, even though I saw him smile at me. And me
emotional.
And him, me and him, we always had this, as I said before, no, he's a poem. So he always write poem. And me and him, we always had this time where he would read me the poem because I know it will make me very happy to read this poem.
Okay.
So I remember very well. Yeah.
Just wait. I'm running out of battery.
Yeah,
so
no problem.
Dean, he was sitting near here, just listening without a headphone. Did you experience anything?
Hi, Mr. Keshe. Sorry, I didn't participate. I was I had many things going on, so I didn't actually participate. So I can't say anything.
Okay.
So I can't comment at all. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Keshe.
thank you very much. Thank you. We got Shah Shahidi. Did you feel anything? You don't have a mic. Okay, let me explain to you something very quick because I'm pushed with putting my mobile in the system for you lot, discharging all the batteries. What I say to the knowledge seekers who come here, I'm not interested at all in who you saw, what you seen, what you did, what you ate, who you cuddled, who you kissed, who you smelled, where you landed. The whole test today was to see if we can expand your soul to go, to expand, that you create that energy, that field. When you tell me, I felt my mom, it means your soul has extended. When you say you met your father or you went to the moon, this is experience for you. not for us. For us is to see remotely we can expand your soul. Because I need that expansion when the transmutation comes to bring you to a place. If I want to bring you here, like many of you have been here, you weigh 50 kilo, 100 kilo, you need an aircraft. You need a system to bring you physically. You got to go to a place to get on it. What I'm interested in, if I can make that bubble, which all of you who spoke talk about, that energy field, that you're in a bubble. You're in a plasmatic bubble. I want to move that plasma. This is the new space technology. This is a new way to travel. And then, because you're magnetically, you're like a sound, I should be able not to bring you a sound, I should bring you here into Linz. So the experience I wanted to do, which coincidentally I came to the teaching with Rick now, was to see if we can remotely expand your soul. Then, in the next stages, you can be, through connection, brought to a position, or we instruct you to come and we should see manifestation of you physically here. At the moment, we have the knowledge, the system is set to go from one unit to another, but we don't have the permission from the Austrian government to bring foreigners in physically. This is what we go into the next stage very soon. But today's experience was fantastic for me because just what I told you is what I tell to most of the people, and we could do this experiment today because these two new head units have been installed yesterday. We didn't have this capability to do this and get what we want. Now we have the system. But I don't tell you which system. There are two systems here, exactly look the same, but we know inside what's the difference between them. And we're testing it. I'll put you through one system. Maybe I catch you in another session and I'll put you in another system, maybe all the same. So the whole experience today was, can I remotely expand your soul? And from those of you who spoke, the answer is yes. So what will be interesting for all of you is see what changes from today will come to you because of this experience. What changes you will see, and don't put anything down coincidentally. It's not coincidental. Now your soul can expand beyond. From now on, there's, oh, while I'm on the thing, somebody called me. You were here maybe 5 or 10 minutes. This is a hidden wish with you. Somebody calls you because you connected to the soul. It's not coincidental anymore. Once you go through this expansion of the soul, coincidences don't exist anymore. That was for the man with the physicality. Now you're aware of the coexistence of the life between the soul and the physicality. And this is the whole purpose of the Keshe Foundation teaching, to make you aware of and be lived with, that you do not become what you call like a schizophrenic. You wish, you receive. But don't allow this to become controller of your life. Live that you enjoy life with a new additional strength, knowledge. And from today, thank you very much for a lot of you sitting there quietly, some of you falling asleep, and the rest was important for us. Because what I said, mobile transmutation is possible, and we've seen it today. We created transmutation, the freedom of your soul. And you made the physicality with it to see the mother, father, going to places and the rest of it. And I would like to know your experience next time. In a way, Rick, it'll be good for you to bring the people who are here in your testimonial. You have a live testimonial in 2 weeks' time. See what happened with the people in the past 2 weeks from today till then, or what they felt afterwards they couldn't speak. This is The taste of new technology. This is a blueprint transportation. We don't need to go on the camera. You are part of it. You've all been around for long enough. Now you feel it. And I didn't come here to do this. I just happened to coincidentally come to the center because we had two people coming, and Dean walking around with a mobile phone. I could hear him on the session, and I came to listen. And so you don't need to go to the airport, and you don't need to wait one day to dream or a spell bomb. From now on, you can do it anytime. Now we have to teach you how to move from one position to another and manifest yourself physicality. Thank you very much, Rick, for the opportunity. It's fantastic. And hopefully we can do more in the next sessions.
Yes, excellent experiment. Thank you so much for showing up here, Mr. Keshe.
It's gone long before your bedtime. Thank you very much.
I'm a nighthawk anyway.
See you tomorrow in the presentation of blueprint number 3. Thank you for participating in something new. I hope if this recording kept people for the first time hear what is possible. And it can be done. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Okay, we look forward to it. Thank you, Mr. Keshe.